What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent. Today, I want to talk about our own healing on the path to the soul. I think too many people are taking the story of Jesus and the traditional translation of Christianity a little too literally. Unfortunately, taking it literally is not in accordance with truth. It's not really an opinion, it's just the facts. A dead man rising out of the grave, it's not in accordance with reality. That doesn't mean there isn't any truth in the traditional way of believing as far as Christianity goes. The miracles that Jesus performs, they point to something. They're symbolic. They're not meant to be taken literally. If we take them literally, we'll end up with delusions, and we won't get truth. We'll get half-truth. To get the full truth is a matter of letting go of our beliefs. It's not a matter of hanging on to our beliefs. We think, oh, if I believe in Jesus, I'll go to heaven. If I repent of my sins, I'll go to heaven. We think we can do good deeds. We think there's something we can do to change the outcome of what we think is going to happen to us because we're scared of judgment or what have you. Basically, we don't have to lift a finger. This is more of an unraveling, an undoing, and unlearning of the survival instinct and the need to believe, the need to do anything at all. It's cultivating an orientation in pure being. This is very difficult for the ego personality to do because its whole life has been accustomed, it's been trained, it's been conditioned to do, to think, to believe, to have some type of mind activity, to hold on to some type of content in the head in order to survive. And the path to the soul is a reversal of that attitude, that mentality, that orientation of hanging on, of the need to grasp. It's a letting go. And you're going to run into emptiness. Now, as I said, the miracles point to our own healing. On the path to the soul, when Jesus heals all those characters in the Bible, it represents what we experience on the path to the soul, how we are healed. On the path of the soul, we experience an opening, an awakening of consciousness, of awareness to the fact that we are one with infinity and eternity. We become one. This is an experiential learning. This is not something in the head. This is not information and knowledge to be gained and acquired in the head. This is an experience. And we experience that we are one with the cosmos, with the universe. This is Jesus healing the blind man. This is our own healing. Once we experience that we are one with the universe, it's a healing, a feeling of I am worthy, I am alive. It's a healing from an unconscious lack of self-worth. And also a healing from our own sense of diminishment of ourselves, that we are only our bodies, are only our physical bodies. We go through our lives with these wounds we don't even know that are there. It's unconscious. We contain ourselves and think that all we are is the body, and that's painful. That causes a scar as we live our lives on an unconscious level, and we live our lives the best we can, carrying on with these scars and these wounds. And to feel that we are one with the universe is an opening, an awakening, and a healing from the wound that we only take ourselves to be our physical bodies, and we lose the sense of being whole, being one, being unified. And that causes splits, duality. It's what the personality is based on. Good, bad, right, wrong, weak, strong, etc. But the truth is we're one, we're unified, we're indivisible. And the healing is in the fact that is in the truth. Once we realize the truth that we're one and indivisible. That's just one example. All the other examples in the Bible of Jesus healing, characters such as the man on the other side of the lake in shackles, and he casts the legion of voices into the pigs, and the pigs fall off the edge of the cliff. That is symbolic of the voices in our own heads actually scattering, being made to be calm. It leaves us with a freshness, an openness, a clarity. There's no activity in the mind. The voices are gone that we internalize, especially like our internalized authority figures. Those voices are made to be scattered, and we're left with an open freshness. That's a healing, a restoring back to our sanity, of our wholeness that was there when we were children. Somehow we forgot about it, or it gets buried, it gets covered over. And that's a healing from the realization that the rest of us is pure, purity and innocence. We lose touch with that because we're carried away by the voices, by the priorities, by the agenda of the identity of the personality. This personality becomes so important to us, it obscures the fact of our being, pure being, which is the source of goodness, wholeness, value, meaning, significance. If we miss the source of this, we don't know it, our own source, we try to fill it. We try to fill the emptiness that we feel of this lack of meaning with whatever personality thinks is important. So the healing is a matter of reconnecting, realizing, being made to be aware and present to our being, the fabric of our nature, the core of who and what we are, the true identity. There's a lot more examples in the Bible where Jesus heals people, like the lady in the crowd who touches the fringe of his robe and is healed. That's us. The healing is our own healing. That miracle points to what we experience on the path to spiritual awakening. We get close to this part of ourselves. All we have to do is graze it, lightly touch it, and we are healed from things we didn't even know were wrong with us. It's not a matter of that we have a hemorrhage or a physical ailment or physical illness. Most of it is psychological. It's unconscious. Like I said, the example again of lack of self-worth. Most people go through their lives without even realizing self-worth is a real thing. They think their value comes from believing Jesus, being a good Christian, and then we're waiting till we're dead to get to heaven. Then we think, we'll hit the pot of gold at the end of the rainbows, like we hit the lottery or something. We have to wait until something happens before we can actually experience that we're good enough. That's missing the point. So basically what I'm saying is that the miracles that Jesus performs in the Bible represent the miracles that we experience on the path to the soul. This points to our own awakening, our own divinity, and we need to experience this. This is not something, we can talk about it all day, but until we actually experience it and feel it for ourselves, it doesn't really make much difference. So basically the story of Jesus is a parable, an extended allegory about our own awakening on the path to the soul, of what we experience on the path to the soul, our own miracles, our own healing. John Dominique, the sole proponent. Peace.